Now, let me have the honor in inviting our respected principal, Sir Dr. Rukshan Razak, to address the gathering.
And a good evening, Ayubowan Vanakkam. Your Excellency, our patron and ambassador, Omar Lebbe Amir Rajwat, dignitaries, special invitees, the Vice President of the PTA and the members of the PTA Executive Committee, Deputy Principals, Mr. Muhammad Shakil, Mrs. Majazia Hussain, Vice Principals, Mr. Muhammad Hajat, Mr. Sujain, my colleagues on the staff, my dear parents, and the most important group of people, the graduates. Let me begin with the truth. Sometimes the most powerful stories aren't told through microphones or headlines. They are lived quietly in classrooms, in corridors, and shared glances between the teachers and the students. My dear graduates, tonight, I don't just stand before you as your principal. I speak to you as someone who has spent nearly a decade in this school and has watched many batches pass. But this batch, you are different. This is my 6th graduation as the principal. And yet, watching you leave, those of you whom I saw as little children, watching you grow, and today, standing proudly before us as young adults. This one feels heavier because it is hard to say goodbye when what we built together has been so sincere. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, there is no better testimony to this audience, you proud parents and equally proud teachers. And we have some guests and visitors. I challenge you, if you could find high school boys seated like this, without a single murmur to the one next to it. And equally the girls. Aren't you proud of this achievement at all? This is the testimony of the perseverance, the discipline that your alma mater has inculcated in you. A glowing tribute to all the teachers and parents. Ladies and gentlemen, this year wasn't perfect. We faced noise, challenges, even silent resistance from outside. There were those who weren't asking questions from us to understand. They were asking questions to undermine. But let me say this clearly. They weren't making noise because we failed. They were making noise because despite everything, we succeeded. Every time I look around, there was you, my dear students, standing tall and standing by. I remember the head boy. I remember the head girl, the deputies, students from commerce, students from science, boys, girls who came up to me saying, "Sir, are you okay? Do you need anything?" That kind of care they brought. It cannot be simple. It is something that you have to earn. I thank Almighty for that blessing. I thank Almighty to all parents for bestowing such a wonderful set of boys and girls. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are under interim management. Yes, we didn't have a formal board, but we had something far greater. We had unity, and we had unity among diversity. Today, the school that I lead has proclaimed that in its highest accord. My head boy is from India, but this is Sri Lankan International School. My president of the Student Council is from Pakistan. This is Sri Lankan International School. We have no differences, but we have kept alive, not by preaching, by setting the highest example, both in words and in deeds. For that, I applaud all my colleagues, my teachers. They were not handpicked by us. The head boy was elected by the highest votes from among the student body and the staff. Is there a better example for unity in diversity? Thank you very much, SLISR, for what you have presented by example. What I said was we have far greater things that we have achieved thanks to this exemplary life that our students have led so far. I'm really grateful for this challenging moments that we navigated. I cannot ask for anything more. I had the best deputy principals and vice principals shouldering the responsibilities and standing beside me. Shakil, Hajat, Majasiya, and Sujay. I'm sorry that I did not add the prefixes because they are so closer to my heart. I think that adding the prefix would devalue the message that I wanted to convey. Not only my management team, my staff, when their dues were delayed, with most sincere efforts, they dedicated their time and life for these beautiful souls. Nobody walked into my office to ask me as to why this delay is. I am not putting anybody on the pedestal, but I must tell that I couldn't have asked for a better staff and group of teachers like you. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, it is customary to brag about individuals, staff and students on occasions of this magnitude. But I am stating this with most sincere words, with the fear of God Almighty. My finance team, my admin staff, my support staff have stood beside us like a tower of strength. Finally, we had a patron, His Excellency the Ambassador. One may have wondered during this time and in times ahead, the attachment between the school and the patron's office would be very close, and there could be, as somebody stated, interferences that would be detrimental for the future of the school. My staff and I were given the free hand to do the right thing, because we do not serve individuals, maybe the patron or maybe the president of the nation. It is a sacred trust by Almighty that has been bestowed upon me as the head of the institution and my beloved staff, and we left no stone unturned in delivering the best to these wonderful kids. And this is the gift that Allah, God Almighty, has bestowed upon us. I bow my head in respect to dear girls and boys for that wonderful respect and regard and exemplary life that you have led in this school. Above all of this exemplary batch, who are humble, cooperative and resilient, my dear students, you inspired us, you backed us, you cheered us, and in return, we gave back everything that we could. The care, the learning, the opportunities, the career guidance sessions, the trips, the excursions, the games, the co-curricular activities, maybe indoor events or maybe outdoor events. And even I rushed to open the library last week. Why? I told my students, because you were in my mind for rushing that, because I wanted this to be part of your story, and you carry that memory of that library. You are leaving us, my dear children, but your story with us is not ending. It is echoing in how you treat people, how you carry yourself, and in the strength you show when others try to shake your peace. And now, allow me to speak from the heart, not just to you, but to the parents and the teachers seated in front of you. To the parents, I've seen you quietly wiping your tears from the back row, smiling through pride. You raised children who not only achieved, but made us believe again in kindness and respect. Thank you for entrusting these ladies and gentlemen to us. To my colleagues, our teachers and staff, I have seen you stay back after school, carry invisible burdens, celebrate unseen victories, and hold these children up when they stumble. Tonight, as they walk forward, a part of you walks with them. And finally, to the graduates, remember this. Someday in future, you will hear a song that played during the school break, or open a book that smells like the library here, and it will all come flooding back. The laughter, the late submissions, the shared secrets, the quiet hugs after exams. Please don't forget us. Please don't forget your teachers, just as we will never, ever forget you. Let your success be defined not by applause, but by quiet purpose. Not by noise, but by depth. You, class of 2025, are not just graduates. You are a legacy. So walk forward with humility, with dignity, and with courage. Because one day, someone will ask you where you found the strength. And you will say, at a school where we learned more than just the syllabus. We learned how to care, how to love. Now, go, not just to succeed, but to leave behind a world better than the one you walked into. Thank you all very much.